Today we're going to talk about swag off-road dimple dies and swag off-road knockout punch. Let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome back to Oddball Speed and Fab's YouTube channel. Thank y'all for joining me tonight here for our Tech and Tooltip Tuesday. This Tuesday, I am bringing swag off-road dimple dies and the swag off-road knockout punch. All right, it's about 100 today, so I do got me a fan going on behind me. I'm gonna talk loud, hope y'all can hear me. So, this is just a regular piece of sheet metal, and this is a deburr tool. Now, you can take a grinder after you get your piece that you want. This is just a regular, just a scrap piece I had laying around. And you can take a grinder with a flap disc on it, and you can sand these corners, because I know y'all got some baby fingers out there and you're gonna probably cut yourself. I don't really like to use gloves when I do this stuff because I like to be able to feel the material. So this is a deburr tool. You can take this tool after you cut your part, clean this up with a grinder, take your tool, and you can run it down through here a couple times, and you'll see these little curly cues. Don't know if you can kind of see that, but you'll see these little curly cues come off, and looks like little pigtails. There's a few there. Anyway, that just kind of cleans it. Doesn't really put a bevel on it, but it cleans it up pretty nice to where, you know, you can slick that up to where it's not going to be having any sharp edges and stuff. After you get done with that, grab you a layout tool, figure out where you guys want to put your hole. I think what I'll do is, let's pick maybe 2 holes. Let's do 2 holes. I'll do 1 in each corner here. This here is a layout tool. It's got a little scriber on the end of it, and it's got graduations on it. So you can say, hey, you know, if I want to put a hole, you know, evenly on this side and this side, then you can say, all right, let's go 2 inches from each side. Then you can set this at 2 inches. Then you can tighten this down. This one here is a little bit old. So now, sit here, you can scribe this way. Then you can scribe it again this way. Then obviously where those two meet, which is right there, where they meet at right there, that's where you would drill your hole. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a random hole there, then I'll do it again here on this side. That might not actually work unless you use a different die, but I'd like to show you guys these dies. So let's go ahead and drill a hole there, and we'll just do a different size on the other one. You already got it laid out. I always take a center punch and a hammer, and I'll lay this out right here where it's got to go. Give me a little knock there. That way my bit's not going to walk on me. You can get my drill bit there. This knockout punch is threaded. You need to go find a bolt or something. I made this one. That way that can screw on there, okay? All right, you got 7 knockout punches here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 are threaded with this size. These 2 are 7/16 by 20 is what that takes, okay? That's a 7/16 by 20. All right, so you need to go to the hardware store and get this. I made this one, okay? What I did was I took a U-bolt that went over an axle. I had an extra one laying around, and I cut it. Found me a nut. I just welded it around there like that, okay, just to hold it. Basically made it because I didn't want to go to the hardware store. I needed to use it that day. And I took that. That'll be your backer, all right? You need to drill that hole out to this size of this bolt. The way I do it is I like to use these step bits if I can get them. This one here is a little wore out, so we'll make do with it, and then we might grab another bit to make it bigger if we have to. Okay, after we got our hole in there, we know that this will fit, so we want to go to the die that we want. So we're going to pick the die out that we want. This die goes on one side, and this one gets threaded on, all right? So here's the way I set them up. I always put this one on first, put this on through here, thread this on, thread it all the way down on there, like that. I put my nut on. Okay, now all you got to do is tighten these two down and it'll take that die and shove it through. So let's get the impact and get to it. So there, I just popped my hole. Probably get another bolt because this one here is starting to get a little bit old. It's also fine threaded, so. All right, let's show y'all what that looks like after it comes out. That's what you get. All right, so this is your hole saw set. Now, there's a couple things. These hole saw sets, they can be expensive and it's a consumable. Now, I know that these Dimple dies and knockout punches are expensive. And if you're gonna use a knockout punch, these knockout punches could be close to anywhere from $500 to $700 for the set. But if you do a fair amount of them, then you're gonna have to use a bunch of these hole saws, and these are, you know, like I said, they're a consumable and they're gonna go bad, and you're not gonna make these last real long. These here will last almost forever because since they're two pieces of sheet metal, or when you have a piece of sheet metal and it's two dies pressing against each other, you're going to be able to use that cutter forever, you know what I mean? Because it's pressing in perfectly, whereas this thing, sometimes it's not the greatest choice because it can kind of oblong the thing a little bit. It can kind of, like when you're drilling a hole, instead of it drilling perfect, it can kind of do this a little bit, you know, a little bit of a walking there. You don't really want that. So the knockout punches take place of this set. All right, you got your sheet metal ready to get your Dimple die. Okay, just you gotta get the correct size that you want. Okay, now I want to explain something to you when it comes to this deal here. This Dimple die, you got a female and a male. That male end right here should be down here at all times and never move it. If you need to take like a like if you got a piece of sheet metal and it's got multiple holes in it, you know, you got a hole here, hole here, hole here, you got a long piece, never move this. I made a mistake of doing that one time, and I accidentally, when I went to put this back, I put this in here and then I did like that, set that down, and then I knocked my hole, and when I did the hole, it was reversed from the other ones, so I basically messed up the whole piece and had to remake it. So I've already made all the mistakes, guys. You ain't got to make none, just watch me. All right, got your piece in here, and let's say that you want your Dimple die, you want this to be the piece that you see, so you want this to be on front, so you need to flip this piece here. That goes in there, then this goes on here. All right, that's pretty good right there. One for good measure. Pull her out. Bam. Got you a nice sweet dimple die there. That's what it does to the back. Just like I did on the panel for the engine run stand, I basically did this same thing, and then I got the gauges. I put the gauges up to some of the dimple dies and figured out what size is what. And a couple of them, I made like a practice piece and it was a little bit loose in there. So I figured out that you can actually tighten it up. When you press this dimple die in, believe it or not, this piece right here, it'll grow a little bit. So your hole will actually get a little bit bigger because you're pressing it in. It's kind of pushing it out a little bit. So your piece will, you know, you'll have a bigger hole. So I was able to use a smaller die for my gauges over there. That way when I press the hole, or when I did the dimple, the hole got bigger is what I'm saying. So here's those gauges I was talking about. I didn't do one for this, but I did these and just drilled a hole and laid them out. And the same goes for this. Like I said, if you're gonna put, you know, if you're gonna be dimple dyeing something like this, that's the reason that that male die needs to be on the bottom. That way, if you have a hole here and a hole here and you accidentally pick it up and you change something and you flip it, you might mess your piece up. Trust me, that happened to me. Messed the piece up, and I ended up throwing it away. I called it a practice piece because it's kind of what it was. It was a piece anyway that I was practicing on. I'm glad I messed up on that piece and not that one, so I didn't have to remake it a third time. But I've already made all the mistakes, fellas. You ain't got to make none. Just watch me. All right, guys, there you have it. There's your dimple dies. That's how you use them. Hope you guys can get out there, get you some of these dies, use them on some of your projects, make something cool. Thank you again for joining me here at Oddball Speed and Fab's YouTube channel. We'll see y'all on the next one, maybe next Tuesday. And remember, it's just a tip.